Hello and welcome to Trinity Teachings Lesson 5. This one is on magical names. Okay, you've probably heard people talk about names and stuff like that in books and stuff like that you've looked on. Basically, it's like this. First of all, what is a name? Simple question. I really can't answer that myself, honestly, but anyway, a name is a name that you basically give yourself, in a way you give yourself, that you are known as. You can have many. I mean, some have one for they use in solo practicing. Some have one that they use just use for solo practicing, and then we're in a coven and use one for just a coven too, and use another one for known purposes. I mean, everyone can have many. I mean, mine, as I believe I've said once before, is Ark. There's an extra reason for that, but that wasn't my first name. So I've heard stories of people learning magical names. One actually is the one they stick with permanently, and, well, I mean, for example, also, something I should say, a lot of Wiccan books, the authors usually print the name, they'll use their Wiccan name as the author. For example, this book, The Wickening, Sister Moon. This book called The Book of Shadows for the New Generation Solitary Witch, Silver Ravenwolf is, yeah. And, the Grimoire for the Apprentice Wizard, Zell Ravenheart. Yeah. So, yeah. Mine originally started out as Alkotsu was the name I chose. I still use it from time to time in my original coven, but I chose the name because it just came to me in a way one day a while back. Ark came to me actually by accident. I was thinking of something to go by for my YouTube videos, and I was originally going to go by my initials. Well, my initials are ADRC. Well, I dropped the D and ARC. And then it came to me, Ark. Well, an ark, the ARK one, holds two of everything. But I was trying to think, an ark is meant to hold something, transport something, and is meant to be filled before it can go anywhere. So I basically ended up thinking Ark, as in the Ark of Knowledge. And thus Ark came to me, and that is what I've been since, Ark. Everyone can have their own Wiccan name. Also, when it comes to familiars, if I was talking about this more on familiars, though, but say it now, a lot of people have the name that their familiar or pet has that most have everybody call it, and then there's the name that you will call it secretly, and no one else is going to know. I, of course, always just use the name I gave them because I don't want to confuse my animals. But, so, yeah. And, I mean, because, my coven, everybody had a Wiccan name. And, I mean, actually, some of them have changed, I might add. So, my friend Eric had changed his multiple times. Your Wiccan name can be whatever you want it to be. Grant, a lot of people seem to choose things with Moon or Raven, Wolf, or Raven or Wolf, or try to be original. I was in a Wiccan group on Facebook, and I had learned the stories of several people's how they found some of the Wiccan names. Someone just called them or said that it was a characteristic that they had, and it came their name. Or some people just say that they just heard it somewhere. They don't know where, but they just know it. So, it's, how do I say, it's one of those things that you don't know it for entirely sure until later. Or, it's one of those things that you have to feel good about. I mean, you can change it as much as you want. Ours, on the other hand, for my coven, when I get into garb later, Well, we had, well, I'm not exactly sure what you call them, but anyway, like sash kind of things, and they had our Wiccan name initials in them. Well, they would change later, but we still use them just because, well, I wasn't going to go back and change them. But anyway, so remember, your Wiccan name should be something that you feel comfortable with. If you like it now but don't like it later, you can always change it. It's whatever you want it to be. But it is a name, if it's, well, if you use it, but if you choose separate ones for certain types, like one for when you're solo practicing, one for a coven, make sure you don't get them mixed up. It's one of those things that it's to keep it between you and the goddess. So, anyway, but thank you for watching another Trinity's teachings. When it comes to Wiccan, your Wiccan magical names, as I said, they can be anything you want. As I just want to reiterate that, and to point out that you can look more on this subject in many different books, but in basic, you don't have to. I mean, you can also make a ceremony to bestow your Wiccan name upon you. I had one for my coven, but you don't have to, because especially as much as your problem people change it, you might not want to make a ceremony, because then you're going to be redoing that ceremony multiple times. So, but anyway, but thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned. Until the next video.